Frequency is proudly brought to you by Eloise Music and Australian Concert Productions. On this episode of Frequency, indie rock band The Clues are joining us here in the studio. We're back out at Eloise. This time we're going to be finding out all about pianos and some of the best ways to implement MIDI in the studio. Next, we're heading out to visit Tom at Audio Sapien Recording, where we'll find out some first-class engineering tips. I'm also going to be back out on location with Australian Concert Productions to find out what the engineer needs to do once the live set starts. And to close out season 1 of Frequency, we're going to check out a few live tracks from The Clues live set. So come with us on an exploration into the art and science of music production on Frequency. Welcome everyone to the final episode of Season 1 of Frequency. This week we're joined in the studio by Martin and Gareth from the indie rock group The Clues. Welcome to the show, guys.
There you go.
So you guys, The Clues, how long have you guys been together as a band?
Probably about 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and who started the band? How did it come about and the idea for The Clues?
I guess I just had a bunch of songs and I just advertised, and yeah, it's a bit of a test tube kind of effort, but yeah.
So you guys you found the guys through, different online websites, or was it sort of through the paper, more of the old school?
Yeah.
Time off and rave?
Yep.
Great. And I mean, you guys as a band, who was the main songwriter in the band?
I guess that's me.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Yep.
The last single, Occupied, I guess was more a collaborative effort. So we pretty much jammed that in the studio, like in the practice room. So.
Yeah, fantastic. And today, what releases have you guys had?
It'd be the EP, Yocto.
Yep.
It's our main release, and then a single, Occupied, which is the most recent one.
Okay, everyone, now we're going to join Anthony as he heads to Eloise Music and learns a little bit more about acoustic and digital pianos.
All right, we're here at Eloise Music again, and this time we're looking at pianos, and we're here with Todd. How are you doing, Todd?
Very well, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Great.
So why don't you take us through just a brief history of piano?
Okay, sure. Well, pianos were originally built by a guy called Cristofori. He started the first piano, and the earliest known piano from him was from 1700, which he made for the Medici family. The full name of a piano is pianoforte, which in Italian means soft and loud. And the biggest difference between a piano and previous keyboard instruments like harpsichord and clavichord was that you could play loud and soft in them. You actually had dynamic control. So that was the first biggest difference between them. The second biggest difference was that instead of plucking the string on a harpsichord or a clavichord, it struck the string. So it used a hammer to strike the string to make the sound. And it was the first of its kind, and we've been seeing them ever since.
Right. So tell us about the keys, the white keys and the black keys.
Sure. So on a piano, a modern piano, there's 88 keys. Okay. White keys and black keys are representative of a semitone between the two. So if I go from one white key to another white key, in most of the part you've got a full tone. If I go from a white key to a black key, you have a semitone. Okay, so with all of that you have 7 octaves, starting from the bottom, very low, to the top, very high.
Right. All right, that sounds great. So we know a little bit about the piano. Any chance we can get a bit of a demo from you?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Well, this one is one of my personal favourites. This is a 9'4" concert grand piano. Right. The length of the grand piano will always dictate, firstly the price, but also the quality of the piano as well. Okay. So this is one of 2 in the world. It's pretty special. I'll give it a bit of a bash for you.
Sounds good. Well, I'm not going to get to that level anytime soon, but that was certainly impressive.
Gotta start somewhere, mate.
That's right. Well, now that we know what it sounds like, why don't we go over here and you can explain to us just how it works.
Sure.
All right, Todd, so you're going to show us just how a piano works. What have we got here?
Okay, so this is a cutaway of a grand piano action. So as you can see here, this is the white part of the key from a piano. Essentially, this is the key here.
Yep.
As you push it down, it pushes the hammer up to hit the string, causing the damper to lift to allow the string to ring. So when you take your finger off the key, the damper comes back down, stopping the key from ringing.
Right.
When the pedal is down, all of the dampers are up, so all of the strings resonate, so they all sound. If you play one, it will resonate through all of them.
Okay, right.
Okay, so the hammer was the biggest thing that changed between a harpsichord and a piano. This is felt. The red part is this denser piece of felt to help the strike go through to the string. And all of this bit here is all about launching that key up and bringing it back as fast as possible.
Right.
So you can do it again. So every little piece here has a purpose. And you know, as long as all that's in a good state, it's going to sound beautiful.
All right, so we've got some digital pianos here. Todd, why don't you take us through some of the features of each of them?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Well, first thing to point out is that there's two types of digital piano. There's the portable stage piano, which you can pick up and take with you. And as the name suggests, it's designed to go on stage, so you can plug amplifiers into it and all sorts of manner of things. And then there's the furniture designed digital pianos.
Yep.
And these are sort of the substitute for an acoustic piano, in that, you know, they're not really designed to be moved around. However, the speaker system on them will be more powerful and will sound nicer.
Okay, right.
But getting back to digital pianos, they all have the same thing as far as sounds and features go generally. Yep. The biggest thing about a digital piano is it can sound like a piano. It can also sound like an electric piano. It can sound like an organ. You know, that sort of thing. Strings, guitar. And you can have more than one sound playing at a time. So you can have pianos and strings and things like that. You never need to tune them, which is definitely a plus. And they're sampled off the instruments.
Yes,
so like the work that goes into recording these pianos is quite full on.
Yeah.
It's more than just a note, it's the resonance and the strike and all of that sort of thing. So there's varying degrees of quality that you can get. Something like this is perfect to learn on, and it's certainly not going to cost you the earth to do it.
Yep.
You can pick it up and take it with you. You can plug in headphones. You can plug it into computers and do software things with it. You know, home studio stuff. It's really very, very versatile as far as digital pianos are concerned. So the furniture design just for the home use, substitute piano. The stage piano design, portable, can move it around, put it away. Things like that.
Well, I think for our use, something like one of these stage digital pianos is very suited to our studio. So thank you very much for your help today. It's been great chatting with you. And we'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Welcome back, guys. Well, it looks like the digital piano is the most convenient for a majority of musicians. Martin, when it comes to digital versus acoustic piano, you know, what's your preference and what do you look for in a nice piano?
I definitely like a real piano. It's just something real about it.
A little hard to take to shows though.
Yeah, I heard Ben Folds, ever since his second show, he's just played normal pianos. So if you're amazing, you can do that. But yeah.
Wow, so every show he takes a full piano.
Well, he has one provided for him. So
yeah.
I guess he's allowed to do that.
That's absolutely incredible. And yourself, I mean, what sort of piano or I suppose keyboard do you play yourself?
I've got a pretty old one. It's like a SP200 Korg.
Yep.
Which I got from Eloise.
Yep. So, and you know, what was it that pushed you in the direction of buying that over another piano or keyboard?
I just wanted a real piano, with a weight, nothing too flash. So it's just got basic pianos, strings, and I only pretty much use the piano and electric piano. Gareth wants me to buy a different brand.
It's up to you, mate. It's just looking a bit haggard. It's got mould on it.
Yeah, and I keep on the stand keeps breaking and smashing the bottom of it, and it's getting a bit old. I need to upgrade possibly soon.
Yeah. And do you know what you're going to look at buying when it comes to upgrading?
Yeah, I could go for the Nord.
Nord?
They're pretty nice and red.
And is that your standard 88 keys or is it?
I'm not sure how big it is. I think you can
get a stage 88, and then there's electro and There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, so
I'd probably go for a stage, I think.
yeah, a few different types there. Great, great. Okay guys, coming up next, we head out on location again with Fraser as he finds out some first-class engineering tips from Tom at Audio Sapien Recording Studios.